Well, welcome back to the Go Travel Studio. Today we are talking everything knitting because we have a really exciting knitting cruise coming up in 2026. Bob, why don't you introduce our featured guest?
Okay, hi. We have Ann Sweeney with us. Ann Sweeney is well known in knitting circles, former owner of the Knit and Stitch Boutique in Cocoa Village, and now president and CEO of Reddington Seminars. And Ann is the catalyst behind our upcoming cruise next year.
Yes, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I love Go Travel, and we are thrilled to be back with you doing this cruise coming up next year. Most of you know that we have done 4 knitting cruises in the past, and I can't tell you how excited I am, excited that we are having a return guest, StevenBe. You know how exciting he is in the knitting field and how much fun he is on board. For those of you who've traveled with us before on our last 4 knitting cruises, you will be happy to know that Shannon Dunbabin is also going to be joining with us, and she's from Cascade Yarns. And so many of you use Cascade Yarns, and Steven will be designing with Cascade Yarns. You will be getting patterns, classes, yarn tastings, all the really fun things we do on board. And now we're on the Celebrity Apex, which Bob and Julia can explain a little bit more how exciting that is for us as a group.
And just quickly before we jump into all the details of this upcoming cruise, kind of just if people are new to this experience, what really inspired you to get into this type of experience, and what are we talking about?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
We were sitting around the knitting shop in Cocoa Village one day saying, we really need to do something fun. We thought, well, we'll just get a couple of folks go on a knitting cruise. Well, that exploded into many, many ladies and gentlemen too, joining us on the ship. And what we do is, aside from the fact that the ship provides so many things to do, we have a dedicated itinerary and schedule for our knitters and crocheters. We will be presenting classes on board. You can go to a knitting class. You can also participate in the yarn tastings, sign up for anything you'd like to do on board. You're never alone with us. So if you want to come and join us, you'll meet new friends in the knitting environment. It's really wonderfully fun.
Amazing. So it's knitting and cruising and traveling and friendships.
What more?
All, yes, all wrapped into one. Well, let's dive into it. Let's hear about the details. Talk to us, Bob.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
The cruise is going to be held aboard the Celebrity Apex, departing Port Canaveral October 31st of 2026. We're doing a 7-day cruise. We're going to show you the itinerary coming up, but we have plenty of time on board. Ann and I have worked to create a great schedule for you on board. This is presented, as I said, by Ann Sweeney and Reddington Seminars. StevenBe. I met StevenBe in May. Quite an energetic performer. He's wonderful. He brings a high energy level excitement.
Smart.
He's smart too. Very, very clever and fun. He remembers everybody. It's wonderful. He'll see you on the ship. Where's your yarn? All right. Then we're also joined by Shannon Dunbabin. Shannon is the principal behind Cascade Yarns, one of the largest, if not the largest, yarn supplier in
the United States.
Mm-hmm. I've met Shannon several times. She has a passion about knitting and crocheting and textile. And for those of them who are not sure, everyone says, oh, you have to have a sheep to get wool. What does Shannon talk about?
Well, she just talks about all of the different animals that do require shearing and spinning and carding. And those can include alpacas and llamas and sheep. And sheep come in different styles and sizes. So they're different from all over the country.
Very cool.
Shannon Dunbabin will be there. And she is, again, great energy, knowledge. You will learn from Shannon.
Consummate professional.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Highlights of our trip. We have classes and programming. Why don't you talk about some of the classes and programming that we're going to do?
Well, a lot of the classes will revolve around what StevenBe would like to present to you. He's a very interesting teacher. He'll bring new ideas to you, new ways to use your yarns, new ideas on color, texture. Shannon does the same thing. Her really strong thing is her yarn tastings where we get together and she has a lot of yarn on a table and talks about the different fibers, what they're good for, what you should make a sweater out of, what you should not make a sweater out of. Just all the little things that we don't think about as just common knitters.
Well, I mean, for me, I am new to the whole knitting world. And when you mentioned yarn tasting before, I was thinking, okay, wine tasting, oil tasting.
We can do that too.
So I'm glad you clarified that in case anybody else out there was wondering. So we know what a yarn tasting is.
Yes. Then the classes are going to be, we have 3 C days, 3 full C days. So the classes are going to be from 9 a.m. till about noon, then from 1 p.m. till 6 p.m.
Okay.
So we have those. We have the StevenBe Fashion Show, which is going to be held in the theater with a full range of presentations of his fashions and knitting, and it's fun. I know that was a non-negotiable with Anne when we were arranging the trip.
That's right, because everybody who travels with us will be models. So bring all of your items that you've made that you want to model to, and Steven will help you with that.
Yeah. Then, of course, we have the StevenBe design courses and programming classes we'll do with him, the yarn tastings with Shannon. We're going to have knitting pop-up events. We may say in the morning, meet at Club Eden in the upper level. We are going to do a knitting event. We're going to do a blind knitting event where we're going to cover your eyes. We're going to do it's just going to be pop-up events, fun things with different themes. And we're also going to be doing a knitting for charity.
Oh, how lovely. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's a standard that you do with the knitting for charity. Not socks. They're hard to do. A lot of baby crochet hats and some baby blankets that are quick and easy to do.
And necessary.
Exactly.
People need those. That's wonderful.
And we're going to work with a celebrity for this one. And I haven't told Dan this yet, but we're going to work with Celebrity Cruises to determine what charity the captain would like to donate the products to.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
And we'll have them done. And then the next trip to wherever he's going, he'll give them to
how
to
cool.
that company.
Great. We have done that before too on one of the islands, and it's a lovely project.
Yeah. And it's nice. Celebrity gets involved with us, and we've done it on Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. They're happy that we're coming and very receptive. So the ship also is going to be beautiful for us. So we'll go on. This is our ship, the Celebrity Apex. Celebrity Apex is a phenomenal ship. For those of you who may have sailed with Celebrity, it is an Edge class ship. What does an edge mean? Well, you see that thing in the middle? That's the magic carpet. That's on the edge of the ship. And that little thing, magic carpet, goes up and down on the side of the ship. It's on deck 14 on the top. It's at the pool deck. At night, it comes down to deck 5 and becomes part of Raw on 5 for seafood. And in Grand Cayman, when we dock there, there's no dock. We have to anchor. That becomes our transportation to the ship. What that does, that lowers down to level 2. The tenders tie up to it, and you walk on board. It's like boarding an airplane.
Yes,
so
it's very cool.
Very cool. And the ship is gorgeous. So let's go on, shall we?
Sure.
All right. Here's our itinerary. October 31st, Halloween.
Oh, yes.
Halloween, we leave Port Canaveral. Costumes are encouraged. We know StevenBe will be in one.
Yes.
StevenBe has no filter. He is wonderful. He is you'll see him everywhere on the ship, and you will know it's StevenBe. This jacket is calm for StevenBe. We're in Key West on November 1st. We may do a pub crawl or a bar crawl for people, but we are going to have some things planned for Key West. November 2nd is our first full day at sea. So for our first full day of sea starts at 9 a.m. with courses and classes.
Now, may I interrupt you for a
Sure,
minute?
please.
Some people may wonder about the classes. How do I sign up? What's going to happen? We will have all that for you in November.
Yes.
And that will be as you are booking your cabins, easy to do, really easy to do.
Very simple.
And Julia can tell you about that. Once you book your cabin, you will be on a first come, first served basis to sign up for your classes. Don't worry, we have plenty of room for everybody.
Yes.
And then most importantly, not everyone may be a knitter.
Right.
That's true.
So how does that work? What if I want to knit, my roommate doesn't want to knit? How does that all work?
Well, I think what we've always arranged with Go Travel and the company is that one person in each cabin has to be along to participate in the group events. And probably that's because you guys have gotten us such a great rate on the ship. So And we only have a limited amount of cabins.
Yes.
So we want them to sign up right away.
Okay, so basically, if you want to go on this cruise with this spectacular group, one person needs to be a knitting participant, but you can bring a non-knitting guest. So very cool. Okay, Bob, tell us more about the itinerary.
Our next day is November 3rd. We're in Georgetown, Grand Cayman. That's where you'll experience the magic carpet and the disembarkation. I think it's fascinating. I'll get on and off the ship and go back and forth because I think it's fascinating the way they do it. I'm a stupid person, though. November 4th, cruising. Again, our 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Courses. We'll be doing, and the courses are limited in terms of number. Not all knitters will participate in everything at one time except the fashion show.
Correct.
So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, pop up, meet up in the Club Eden, meet in the Martini Bar.
For knitting.
Or for knitting.
Knitting groups.
Yeah.
This ship, not to interrupt you again.
That's okay. No.
Most of you would like to have spaces where you just can join everybody and knit.
Yeah.
And on this ship, it is particularly suited for our needs in that way. They have some lovely lounges, some really great places to be. So I think you would enjoy this to come and knit with groups, and we'll identify that for you. We'll create groups for you.
So we have our November 4th cruising. Thank you, Anne. November 5th, we're in Cozumel, Mexico. Beautiful little port, little island off. If you've not been, it's very beautiful. If you like shopping, wonderful shopping. November 6th, our final sea day. We are 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Again, with all of our courses and all of our training. Then we get back to Port Canaveral November 7th. And we go home and we start planning for 2029.
Great.
Or you can book an extra side trip with Go Travel.
Absolutely.
And also, we do have space. A lot of people like to, if you're flying in and coming from a distance, if you want to do a back-to-back cruise, you can't do it before. You could. This ship is coming from Europe on a transatlantic crossing.
Okay.
So you could do that, and we have space for that, and we have space for the cruise after. So if you want to combine it, we can do that for you.
Or even a post experience in Orlando. You know, there's all kinds of cool things. Yeah, just ask us.
Right. We're full service.
Yes.
So remember that we can do everything airfare. We're going to have hotels. We're going to have transfers. So we're going to cover you from arrival to departure. That's
and beyond.
And beyond, yes.
What else do we have here, Bob?
All right, what we have here. I'm showing you this picture. It's not a knitting picture, but this is one of the meeting rooms. And the meeting room here is lovely because look at all the natural light that comes in. So when you're knitting, you can look at the wool. When Shannon is talking about her yarn tasting, take the yarn over to the window. Oh my God, look at this color under the sunlight. It's spectacular. So we have that.
And I just want to point this out is some ships you're down in a low level with no natural light. So this is quite unique and this is a really cool feature.
Yeah, you're not knitting in a wine cave.
Yeah.
You're knitting in the sunlight.
Yes. Those of you who've been with us before know that we were in the bowels of the ship at the convention center. So this is exciting for us.
Yeah.
Windows.
Yeah. And StevenBe and Shannon will be here. There's two rooms that one will be in one room, obviously, and one will be in the other.
Yes. Dedicated rooms.
All right. Now, onboard activities. Let's talk about onboard activities. The magic carpet we've talked about. It becomes two different venues for dining. Up on deck 14, you can go out, have a cocktail, eat your hamburger out there from the ocean grill. Knit. And surprisingly, you would think that if you're sailing, there'd be a lot of wind. It's actually fairly well protected. They've done great glass baffles. Okay, so that's the magic carpet. Rooftop garden. Look at this. Knit. Look at all these beautiful little spots you can sit in, beautiful cushions. If you want to get that suntan and knit, this is the place to go.
And watch some people doing yoga, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot that goes on up there, which is very nice. Eden. This is the place that I like on the ship. It is a multi-level venue. It has a helix walkway around to get up to the second level. There's also an elevator, so don't worry about that. But little spots you can hide and knit. This will be one of the places we'll use, the upper level. They also do trivia here. They do a lot in Club Eden. And it's just a marvelous venue for hiding out. This is my go-to place.
Really cool cocktails there.
Yes, very cool cocktails. And we'll talk about that in a minute because drinks are included. Right. resort deck, the pool area, lovely area, open area for the, if you want to sit in the sun, shaded areas on both sides. The Grand Plaza. This is the Martini Bar also. This is this is not the bowels. This is the heart of the ship. This is where, if you've ever been in Paris at the Café de la Paix, they say if you sit there long enough, everyone you know will pass. On this ship, if you sit here long enough, everyone you know will be drinking martinis, Diet Coke, whatever you want. But this is the hub of the ship. At night, the chandelier turns into a light show every hour. Some of the a la carte restaurants are along the side of the ship.
And bars and lounges.
All bars and lounges, petite chef.
And also you get the cocktail shows.
Oh,
Of
yes.
The fabulous bartenders.
The 10 martinis.
Yeah, and you can go if you don't drink.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. We let you in.
And nowadays, all of the major brands now are bringing the most fabulous mocktails.
Yes.
And they don't even call them that. They're 0 proof cocktails, and they're beautiful. They're not just, here's a virgin mojito. No, they are being creative and really using cool craft materials and ingredients.
0 proof material.
So,
and it tastes like, they taste real. They taste like
glamorous.
Espresso martini tastes like an espresso martini.
It's glam.
But you don't have to dress glamorously. No. I want to remind everybody that it's okay. Just be casual, but
casual and comfortable.
Comfortable. And the restaurants will require a little bit more, but nothing spectacular.
No,
but be glam if you feel like being glam.
You can. Yes.
You are more than welcome to.
You'll see it on the ship.
Now we moved on to the Solarium on the ship. This is an enclosed area. It's a lovely area, adult only. They have a little cafe here, which lunch and dinner and even breakfast included. But it's a beautiful room, enclosed. If you don't like to sit in the sun, this is where you want to sit. Again, up on the top deck, and you would think, oh my God, it's so hot. No, it is under climate control. All right, casino. Now, as a stockholder in Royal Caribbean, I strongly appreciate the donations you make to the stock level at Royal Caribbean.
Well, I personally light my money on fire and throw it overboard. That's my casino experience.
Yes. It's so funny. Ann and I, when we traveled before on these, she'll give me $10 and I always win with her. Then we split the winnings.
He makes a fortune.
Only when she's next to me. So we have the casino. Spa. Again, the spa is an a la carte experience, but very well run, beautiful massages, hydrotherapy. The club is where the captain will give talks. It's a wonderful venue at night, and it's not just a discotheque. It's a wide variety of entertainment and entertainers.
They do really cool late night shows in there with amazing acrobats and singers.
And this is actually adjacent to the meeting space. So if you finish something and you don't have a course in the afternoon, there'll be something going on in the club. Entertainment, great shows. This is the theater. I want to show you the picture down in the middle is the theater. This is where we will have our fashion show.
StevenBe.
All walls behind that illuminate, which we will probably work with the cruise line to do a yarn theme. Maybe you'll see an alpaca pack up and things like that. So, but the entertainment at night is spectacular. Acrobatic people will fly over your head and you have no idea that they're coming. So great entertainment. Dining, 29 dining options for you. 4 restaurants that are included in your fare. Normandy happens to be the French cuisine. We have Cyprus, which is more of a Mediterranean atmosphere. Tuscan, Italian, of course. Eden Cafe. This is open for breakfast and lunch. This is paninis and fresh made salads. Wonderful down again in Club Eden.
And remember, these are all included.
All included. I'm only showing you the included ones. There are a la carte ones that are spectacular, especially the Petite Chef. But again, we don't have enough time to talk about it.
Amazing that you have all of this variety with the included.
Yeah, we just had one client who did a 14-day cruise, and she said, I didn't even go to the specialty restaurants because the food was so good. Yeah. And she was on the Apex in Europe.
Well, I love I love the buffet.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The Oceanview Cafe is wonderful. Different stations for different food, Indian, Mediterranean, Italian, American, French, all offered there. There are some people that don't even eat in the dining room on cruises. They prefer the Ocean Cafe.
That's me.
Also great pizza.
Bob always said to me, he said, when I do a group tour and a group cruise, you can take $1, walk on the ship, and you can go home with $1.
Yes, you can.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
You can. This is just another restaurant Cyprus. I throw it up because it's a fascinating mosaic as you walk in. All right. Group pricing. Here we go. This is how much is this trip going to cost me?
As a reminder, we want to remind you some of those highlights.
Yes.
You have the classes and programming, 9 to 6 every day at sea, StevenBe fashion show, design courses, all of this in this amazing cruise, all combined into a fun trip.
Yes. Okay. Now, cruise pricing and inclusions. With our group pricing, the cruise deposit is fully refundable until final payment. The package includes a standard drink package and Wi-Fi for both people in the room. To participate in the knitting event, it is $275 per person. We will collect that at time of booking. It is non-refundable, and we'll pay it making the deposit. And remember, one person per room must be joining the knitting program.
Right.
And that is a registration fee, as you all
Yes, it's
remember.
registration.
This year it has been reduced. So it's less money this year for your registration fee.
It's also included goodie bag too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if Anne doesn't have a goodie bag, she panics, so she has a goodie bag. She's already planning it. So what is our pricing? Interior pricing. Remember, our pricing includes prepaid gratuities, taxes, and the drink package and Wi-Fi from $19.49 a person for an interior cabin. It's a nice cabin. If you don't care to see if the sun is rising, it's a wonderful place to sleep if you're just going to use it for sleeping. I do inside cabins sometimes because I know I'm not going to be in the cabin. So the total for two for that is $38.98, and that's based on double occupancy. If you're a single, let me address this now. If you're single, if you have a special needs cabin in terms of adaptability, if you need an ADA compliant cabin, we can do that. We also can handle if you need a scooter for the cruise. We will be able to offer the scooter at final payment. I just want to bring that up now.
Sure.
And I'll tell you again about it, but just want you to know we can do that. Right. Oceanview cabins. Oceanview cabins are basically staterooms without a veranda. Now, this is a porthole cabin. The windows are about this big. So if you don't like a balcony, if you don't like to sit on the balcony, have your morning coffee, if you don't like to sit on the balcony at night to watch maybe the sunset or something like that, or the moon rise, this is a great cabin. $19.99 a person, total for two, $39.98, prepaid gratuities
price.
and port fees, drink package, and Wi-Fi. Concierge cabins. We looked at when Ann and I were looking at the pricing, I was able to negotiate with Celebrity concierge cabins for a lower price than a standard veranda cabin. So we used our influence, got a lower price for a concierge veranda cabin. This is what's called an infinite stateroom. What an infinite stateroom is, your balcony is part of your room. When you close some doors, it becomes a balcony. But if you want to open it up and have a larger space, it's there. Our agents can explain it to you, but it's a great deal. And the concierge comes with some different advantages. If you book a concierge cabin when you board, instead of having to go to the buffet, they take you to a sit-down lunch. They'll store your luggage for you. There's a concierge, so you don't have to stand on line at customer service. They handle it for you.
Some nice benefits with the concierge level.
And it's amazing. $22.49. Now, for point of reference, we checked pricing yesterday on the Celebrity website for the all-inclusive package on a non-refundable fare.
And ours is refundable.
Ours is refundable.
Important.
Without gratuities, it was $2,236, $2,218 a person.
Wow.
Non-refundable, no gratuities. Our price is, with gratuities, almost $75 less than current pricing. And if you go to Celebrity,
it's refundable. This is super important.
It's a concierge level.
And we all know that everyone is always double checking pricing. Please remember, when you go to celebrity.com and see a price, it is the non-refundable fare without any inclusions. Let us know if you see something that looks good and you say, hey, I don't care about the drink package. I don't care about Wi-Fi. I'm just going to knit, and I'm going no matter what. let us know. We can book that for you. You don't have to book direct, but you do have to be booked with Go Travel.
If you want to participate with
Exactly
all of these activities and
Yes.
everything, you need to be booked with us. We can
Right.
get you that best deal.
Yes, we will offer it to you and tell you what it is, but normally our group pricing is a better value.
Fine job,
Yes.
Bob and Julia. Thank you so much.
We're not finished.
Wonderful. Well, no, I'm talking about the pricing.
And we're not done yet. No. Included in the event pricing is, for the $275 fee, is the Yarn Discovery classes with Shannon, all the tastings and heritage wool, a StevenBe style show, plus the group dinners, daily social knitting circles, and swag bags with exclusive goodies. StevenBe's courses are not included. I want to bring that up now.
We will be identifying those classes and the charge. It will not be any more than it has been in the past, which is exciting. We don't have to charge you more. And we'll let you know how much that is and when they are going to be and when you can sign up. And for Shannon, too. Hers are free, however.
Included.
Thank you.
Included.
Everything's included. It's
Yes.
wonderful.
But StevenBe's are just optional. So if you're looking for those specific classes, we'll be announcing those in November.
He's a star.
Okay, next. Secure your spot. The deposit is only $250 a person. Again, for the cruise fare, it is fully refundable as long as you're booking into group pricing. The event fee is $275 per participant. That will also be collected at the time we make your deposit. That's it. $250 deposit will secure your place on the cruise per person. And for the knitters, the $275 registration fee. Registration's open now. GoTravel.com/knit. Anne, what do you want to say?
I just want to say I'm so excited to see everybody and all of our previous travelers coming back to join us. Anyone who's new, we welcome you with open arms. You will never be alone on this cruise. It is so much fun with lots of things for you to do. And Go Travel has been a terrific asset to us and partner, and we appreciate everything you've done, especially that great pricing. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. My final note, if you're thinking about doing this, get on it now. You want to be first in line if you can, as early as possible, so that you're going to have your preference as far as your classes, and you want to secure those rates because we do have a limited number of cabins for this very special group. And I know Anne is very popular. People know about this cruise. So if this is new to you, jump on this. It's a very unique opportunity. They are just a big family, and it's just such a warm group. So if you're thinking about it, go travel.com/knit. We will have the links in the description. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Anne, for coming by today. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.